This group is defensive backs. My name's Chad Wilson. I coach DBs and I'm the defensive coordinator here at University School. I coached 7-8 years in the AYFL at West Pines Optimist. I coach from Pee-wees all the way up, right? So I know all your struggles. I know all the things, at least on the field, that you guys got to deal with, okay? Helping me out today, I got two guys from our team, both AYFL alums. This is Wesley Smith, our strong safety. He played at PPO. And this is Quincy Wilson, he's a cornerback, and he played at West Pines Optimist, okay? All right, here's the first thing I want to talk to you guys about. And it's for the young guys, the Pee-wees, 85s, 95s, if those are still the weight groups. I'm talking about the first three groups, the really young guys, all right? Usually at that age, no one really cares about who the cornerback is. They're not really throwing the ball that much. Only time you really care about that cornerback is when that stud running back gets around the corner and that cornerback is not there or he doesn't make the tackle and the kid goes 70 yards. That's when you want to ask, who the hell is that at the corner, right? Isn't that how it works? So we want to teach you some things that are going to limit the 80-yard touchdowns down the corner and the bells ringing and you guys being pissed off, all right? So first thing I do is call an escape drill to teach these kids how to get off of a receiver's stop block, okay? Receivers are taught to come out and get inside the pads like this and control the kid. That's the sidelines. Turn them this way so the running back can go down the sidelines and mama can be proud. So we're going to teach you how to have this defensive back get rid of this receiver, okay? Organization of your drills is very important, okay? That time will get away from you in practice. So if you don't organize your drills, your 20-minute period will be, you'll do 2 drills, your 20 minutes is gone, and now you got to move on to something else. Organize your drills, set up some kind of an assembly line so you get a maximum amount of repetitions in a short amount of time. So in the escape drill, I do this. I line all my DBs up. They're one right behind the other. So imagine like 5 or 6 kids right here. The first guy right here is the defensive back. This guy's going to simulate being the wide receiver. So he's going to put his arms out like he's trying to stop block. First technique I'm teaching right here is the swim move. Okay, how do we execute that? First thing I tell them is with this hand, get this elbow. Now you're gonna bring this arm over, okay? Why am I getting this elbow? So I can lock this shoulder, I can get by it, okay? I got this right here, he can't open up and keep moving, okay? So I get this right here, I'm locking this, outside arm, coming over, and I'm going by skinny, all right? This is skinny, all right? Why am I doing that? Because if I don't teach that, kids are gonna naturally do this. And that receiver's going to keep moving with it. And he's going to have his arm up like this, and he's going to be all the way over on the sidelines. Running back's just going to cut it up and go right down the sidelines. You guys are going to ask, who the hell is playing corner? So, teach him to go by skinny. Here's how the drill works. Imagine a line right here, go. Go by skinny, go to the end, next guy's up, go. We just keep moving through it like this. All right? Work both sides, guys. Have them swim to the left, have them swim to the right. Now the next thing we're gonna do is rip, okay? And it's almost the same thing. Stop blocks here, get this elbow. Now instead of coming over with this, you're gonna come underneath, hit this arm up, go by skinny. Go by skinny, go to the end of the line, and keep it moving like that, go. All right? Teach him to be violent with that. You heard that slap? This guy's not your friend. He's trying to block you and get this guy down the sideline. So it's, as much as we're going slow right here, it's be violent. Be violent with it. All right? Teach him to be violent. Make it a bad experience for this receiver to come out here and block you. Okay? You bruise these arms up, you'll come out slow and slower each time and you'll be able to flow better. All right? Now, we've gotten rid of the receiver or no receiver came out here to block him at all. Now what do we do when we're out here in space with a running back coming at us and we need to get him to stop? Okay? So we do an open field tackle. Here's how we set this up. One of my defensive backs will be right here as running back. The rest of my defensive backs are going to be right here in the line. Okay? This running back's going to go out there and try and maneuver his way past this cornerback. This cornerback's going to have to find a way to get this guy tackled. What are we teaching this guy? We're telling him we don't need a spectacular tackle when that situation happens. I don't need you to go out there and blow this kid up. All we want is a tackle. Running back broke outside the defensive end. He broke contain. We got a problem. Get him down to the ground. get them out of bounds, get them down, get it over with any way that you can so we can line up again and find out what the heck went wrong with the defensive end. But at least we got another play. So tell them, be patient. I don't care if you get run over. I just want the guy down on the ground. So you're teaching this kid patience. He's going to come out, down, moving his feet, and using the sideline as his strength. He comes up like this, he's moving, he turns, he can run sideways, get this guy's shoulders turned, and get him out of bounds. Tackling him or getting him out of bounds. You want this running back's feet stopped, okay? You get one of two things at cornerback. An overly aggressive kid that's going to go in there like a missile. Running back gives him one move, and it's out of there. Or you get a kid out here that's not sure what to do, and he just gets run around. Be patient, use the sideline as your friend, and then come make the tackle or get him out of bounds. Okay? So let's work this drill real quick. You want to emphasize to this kid, keep your outside leverage. Keep your outside leverage. Stay outside of this guy's outside shoulder, and be patient. If you can, turn him back inside, or again, run him out of bounds. Here we go. Set, go. Patient, patient. Run him out of bounds. Now, running back. Goes to DB. Next guy moves out. Again, organizing our drills. Doing an assembly line. Set, go. He's patient. Makes his feet stop. Gives us a chance to line back up again. All right? Now, as pretty and easy as that looks, sometimes running back comes around the corner and he's faster than you thought. Okay? He really is a stud. So, you broke outside of your leverage. Cornerback's now in this situation. Okay? He got outside of your shoulder. As much as we told you, keep outside leverage, it didn't happen. He's outside of you. Now, what do I do? Okay? I teach him this. Once this guy gets outside of your shoulder, you're no longer going forward. Because what happens if you go forward? You get on the conga line. And 9 times out of 10, this guy's faster than you. So the conga line starts getting like this. Right? And mama's in the stands doing that and he's going. All right? So, he's outside of this guy. You are no longer going forward. Once he gets outside of your shoulder, now it's time to go sideways. And if he's even faster than the faster, you turn this way and squeeze it down and get him out of bounds and give us a chance to line up again, okay? Don't want him going forward. Once he breaks outside of your shoulder, that's a bad deal. It's a bad angle, and nobody's going forward. Long touchdown. So, now, we move the DB inside, running backs outside, we work the drill that way. Set, go. See, sideways immediately. He has to go back, he'll do that, okay? Set, keep it going. Keep the drill moving. Get a lot of reps as quickly as possible. That guy goes to the end of the line. Set, go. All right, good. Good. And that's how that drill works. That's how you keep your leverage on the outside. And instead of 5 touchdowns for 60 yards, maybe it's just 1 or 2. All right, and you guys can go home and not feel so bad. All right, the next thing I want to teach you guys about is zone coverage. All right, a lot of guys just want to teach man-to-man because it's easy. Hey, this is my guy. I got him no matter wherever he goes. Okay, that's easy. You guys need to do him a service and teach these guys how to play in a zone. Okay, number 1, it's going to make you a better coach. Number 2, some guy's going to scheme you up. Okay, so if you got all man-to-man coverage and you're in front of a guy right here like this, some coach is going to say, oh yeah, send this kid in motion. He follows him all the way over here. That's the wide side of the field. Toss play. And y'all know what mama's doing in the stands because he's gone. Touchdown, okay? So teach him how to play a zone. Teach them, number 1, how to communicate in a zone, because a lot of kids just want to keep their mouths shut. Teach them how to call out routes, in, out. Watch yourself behind you, hitch, curl, call all that stuff out. Teach that, drill that into them. The second thing is, you want to teach them how to stay in their zones, okay? All right, so if you've got outside third, teach a kid, you cover in zones with your mouth. All right, not your body. So you're in the outside third, the guy runs a post. How you gonna cover that route? With your mouth. In. Send him to the guy that's in that zone. You stay in your zone. Teach him all that. Then the final thing is footwork. All right, that's the part we're gonna talk about here. All right, I'm gonna show you a couple of drills that we do to enhance their footwork so that they can operate in the zone. Coach, I'm gonna need this line right here. First thing we do is Back pedal, okay? That's the essence of defensive back. Back pedal. What do we do? How do we line up? Ball's in here, okay? Outside foot up in the zone. Some kids are gonna do this. They're gonna line up like this. This is a bad deal for them. This inside foot locks this shoulder, okay? And they can't really see what's going on. This is uncomfortable. Their helmet's gonna be to about right here. They're only gonna see half of what's going on in there. And they're gonna get tired of doing this. So when the ball snaps, guess what they're gonna do? Turn their head straight, look right at this guy, your zone coverage, now turns into man coverage. He runs a slant, he follows him, toss play. What's mama doing in the stands? She's dancing, okay? Outside foot up, watching, so you can see everything right here. How do we take off? I teach them to push off their front foot, okay? Push off your front foot, gain ground right now. So they're staggered, they're gonna push off their front foot and go back, okay? Gain ground right now. A lot of kids are gonna do this to take off. That's what feels natural to them. Get them out of that. This false step takes too much time. By the time they do this, receiver's taking 2 or 3 steps, their cushion's eating up, and he's gonna run right by. Push off that front foot, okay? So you're gonna do this and go back. Now, as they're going back, what are you teaching them? What are you emphasizing? Weight over your toes, okay? Keeping your shoulders down and your weight over your toes. These guys will tell you, they can hear that in their sleep. That's all I emphasize, weight over your toes. Keeping your shoulders down, not letting yourself get here, okay? Number 1, up here, you're gonna fall. Number 2, you can't change direction. Because for you to change direction, you gotta bring your shoulders down and then come out. By then, the ball's already thrown and caught, okay? So, first drill we do, and again, how am I organizing this? I got a line of DBs right here. My first guy is out, as I put up. Ball's in there, and I work him right here on this line. He goes, then the next guy goes. All right? Coach every rep, go. Stay down, weight over your toes, good. Go, weight over your toes, stay down. Now, send them all the way to the hash. I get a 2 for 1 here. For them to come back, they got to catch a football, okay? So I work their foot, their feet work, and now I'm working on ball skills. Go. See the point of the ball, catch it, tuck it away. They drop the ball, they got to go back. They can't come back over here until they catch the ball, all right? We want them catching the ball, right? We want picks. So you get a 2 for 1 there. Next thing I work is a weave. Weave, okay? It's called weave and stay square. Most defensive backs don't know how to do this. They come to high school and they got to be taught that. If you can teach them this skill at this age, or while they're there with you, it's all the more better for them. What's weaving? Weaving allows them to move left or right while their shoulders are still square, okay? A lot of kids, when the minute a guy moves, they're going to open their shoulders and turn, okay? That's all a receiver wants. Now he's going to break and go behind you. All a receiver wants to do is get behind your back. You can help them by teaching them how to weave, and that would be them being able to do this. So if a receiver starts running inside, he can do this. If he wants to break back the other way, I'm square. I can stay right here with him, okay? How do we teach him to do this? If I'm going this way, I'm going to push more off of the opposite leg. If I'm weaving this way, I'm pushing more off of this leg. And make sure they backpedal, okay? Make sure it's this and it's not this. They're going to want to do that. It's going to take you weeks to break them out of it. Stick with it. Yeah, stick with it and keep with it. They'll eventually learn how to backpedal. But it's going to be a weave and stay square, staying on the balls of their feet. All right, so we're going to work that drill with these guys right now. It's called weave and stay square. My line of DBs in here. First guy's up. I'm 10 foot up. Go. He follows the ball. Follows the ball. Good. These guys up. Outside foot. Go. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Okay? See the point of the ball, catch it, tuck it, put it away. That's weave and stay square. Now, even though you're weaving, sometimes the receiver will just get so far up on top of you that you have to turn your shoulder. You're forced to turn your shoulder, okay? And that involves you doing this, all right? This next drill is going to give them a lot of reps at flipping their hips. It's an essential skill, catch that, Wes? It's an essential skill for a defensive back. This gives them a ton of reps at doing it. How do we turn and flip our hips? We're going back, all right? First thing you want to do is shoot this elbow in that direction. Shoot the elbow, it opens the knee, it gets you open, okay? Now, where's my weight? Over my toes. So it's going to be here, and you flip them the other way, all right? Keep them on a straight line. They're going to stay on this line, keeping their weight down. Kids are going to want to do this to you. That feels natural. No one walks around all day doing this. This is not natural, all right? This is more natural. Coach every rep. Their shoulders come up, start talking to them about keeping their shoulders down. I'm going to twist the ball left and right. That signifies when he needs to flip his hips. Go. Go. Get down. Good. Again, if he's back, we got to catch the football. We do this every day. We do this every day, right? Those are just a handful of drills that we'll do to get their feet right. You can work. You can come up with some other drills. You can do some basic ones that work on this line. Again, organization is key. Assembly line your drills so you get the maximum amount of reps in a short amount of time. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is man-to-man coverage. All right. Every time. First thing I do, first day I'm teaching them anything with press man coverage, is I do this little demonstration. All right. Wesley's my receiver. I'll tell Quincy, close your eyes. Cover Wesley. Keep your eyes closed. Say it, go. Okay, he's got no chance. Bring Wesley back. Tell Quincy, go down on his knees. Cover him on your knees. Say it, go. Doesn't have any kind of a chance if he's down on his knees. Last thing is, I'll bring Wesley back. I'll tell Quincy, have his hands behind his back. Now cover him. Say it, go. When I'm done doing those three things, I'll come and ask the group, how did Quincy do when his eyes were closed? They're going to say terrible. He wasn't even close. He couldn't do anything. All right? Then I'll ask, how did he do when he was down on his knees? And they'll say, he was bad there too, but at least it was better than when his eyes were closed. Then the last thing I'll ask, how did he do when he had his hands behind his back? And they're going to say, he wasn't that great there either, but it was better than the other two. And the point I'm making when I tell them this is, your eyes are the most important thing in your press coverage. What your eyes are doing are most important. The next most important thing, as demonstrated by this, is that your feet are the next most important thing. The final thing is your hands. Everyone gets caught up on the line of scrimmage, what's going on with your hands. That's the last thing you're going to teach, okay? First thing you're teaching them is their eyes in the right place and their feet moving the way that they need to move, okay? You can get away with covering a guy if you never touch him. Just use your feet and your eyes and run down the field with him. You can be in position. If your eyes aren't in the right place, you're going to get beat. If your feet aren't right, you're going to get beat, okay? The last thing is your hands. So, one of the drills that we like to do for man-to-man press coverage is called a shadow drill. This is my defensive back. This is my receiver, okay? He's going to shadow him as he moves side to side, all right? How do I set the drill up? I got a line of guys here that are going to move in as receivers. I got another line of guys that are going to move in as defensive backs. Where do I stand as the coach? Do not coach this drill up from back here. You can't. Why? Because you can't see what his eyes are doing, and that's the whole emphasis on this drill. So you want to stand here and see where his eyes are. Are they on this guy's waist? Okay? Teach him to look at the waist. Receiver's not going anywhere without this waist. He might do all this with his head and his shoulders. None of that matters if you're looking down at his waist, okay? So you got to see his eyes on his waist. Now, what's happening with his feet? I teach tiny micro steps with the feet. You don't want this, and you don't want that, okay? You can't change direction the way you want to if your feet are off the ground for a long time. Everything happens in here at this position. You're right in here, all right? That's why we do all those ladder drills. Keep our feet on the ground, and we can react to any change in direction, okay? So that's what you're looking for. Here we go. Set, go. Stop. Switch up. All right, just to give you an example of how this drill moves through. Let's go again. I'm in a line of receivers. We'll have a line of DBs right here. Ready? Go. Stop. They walk out that way. Next two guys run right in right now. You go through this drill in 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You can get a ton of reps. A ton of reps, all right? So assembly line your drills. Now, a lot of emphasis on when guys are coaching man-to-man press coverage is what happens at the line of scrimmage, all right? Do this, do that, turn this way, turn that way, all that stuff. I don't care who the kid is. I don't care what you've taught him. I don't care what kind of coach you are. That kid's going to get beat at the line of scrimmage at some point. All right? So remember to work some stuff down the field. How do they defend down the field? I always teach them to defend with their inside hand. If a guy breaks on an out, defend with the inside hand, have this hand ready. If they're going down the field, fading with a guy, defend with this hand. Only time you want to come with both hands is if it's a poorly thrown ball, okay? I think our time is up here, but don't forget, work the rest of the stuff down the field. Teach them how to cover down the field because they're going to get beat, all right? Listen, I appreciate you guys listening to me. The AYFL, I've said this to every group, is the best, most well-run program, whatever you want to call it, league in South Florida. We have 16 guys on our team with 16 guys with Division I offers. 11 of those guys played in your league, all right? Keep coaching them up. If any of you guys want to talk to me, I'll be here afterwards. I'll be more than happy to talk to you guys about anything you guys want to talk about. Football related. Good job. Can't help you with your wives, man. All right? Thanks a lot, guys.
Good job, man.
All right, appreciate it.